Good morning. We are extremely pleased that you're here. It is good to come together for the purpose of co-creating. Do you agree?
Yes.
It is really co-creation at its best. You're knowing what you are wanting? Are you enjoying the expansion of your own desire? The reason we ask is because if you have a desire that feels good to you, if it's exhilarating to you, then it's of great benefit, because there's no contradiction in your vibration about it. But if you are wanting something and doubting it, not believing it, worried about it, uncomfortable about it in any way, then that means the mixture of vibration within you is contradictory. You have a desire that you don't believe. So there are two aspects of you that are pulling against one another. Now, the reason that we think that this is such a good idea, we think it might be a really good idea to switch that chair out with just about anything. Like that. That's a perfect chair right there. It's just a little too tall, and there are so many of them over there in the forest. It is beautiful. We do appreciate that chair. Sweet, isn't it? But so much better. The reason that a doubt about something that you want is so unpleasant is because there are two points of attraction within you. Now, that may seem strange to you because you see yourself as an individual, and you may have been hearing about law of attraction, and law of attraction is a powerful law, really the most powerful law, that really says and means that that which is likened to itself is drawn. So you get what you think about, whether you want it or not. Well, the reason that there could ever be competing points of attraction within you is for this reason. Before you came into this physical body, you were source energy. And even after part of that source energy came into your physical body, you are still source energy. That non-physical part of you still exists as a powerful point of attraction. That's the ongoing, eternal, never-ending you. So as you come into your personality and you live your physical life experience out here on this manifested edge, you see what you don't want and you see what you do want, and when you know what you don't want, you launch a rocket of desire about what you do want. So this non-physical point of view, this non-physical point of you continues to expand, and law of attraction continues to respond to that point of view, to that expansion. So when life shows you that you prefer something, especially something that is shown to you over and over and over again, you keep coming to that new conclusion again and again and again. As this desire continues to radiate from you, your non-physical point of view becomes greater and greater and greater, and law of attraction is responding to that. Now, if you never had an opposing belief to your own desire, then you, in your human personality, would be a perfect vibrational match to your desire. There would be one point of attraction and one point of attraction only. Your desire would feel wonderful to you right from the beginning of it, and you would be on a steady course of unfolding about it. In other words, you would be in the receiving mode, and never-ending things would be presented to you to let you know about the becoming of your desire. But because you came into this physical body with great intent, and because there are those things that you don't want and those things that you do want, and because it is a deciphering process for you to come to your clarity about what you prefer, then there is the not just possibility, not just probability, but the certainty that you're going to have some of what you want and some of what you don't want active in your vibration. And your work as a deliberate creator is that once you figure it out, to then give more of your attention. In fact, it would be nice if it could be your undivided attention toward what you do want instead of to what you don't want. When life shows you that you want more freedom and not bondage, you must focus upon the aspects of freedom in order to be a match to it. If life shows you that in that quest for freedom that you desire more prosperity, then you must be a match to the prosperity rather than a match to the not having enough. Every particle of the universe contains that which is wanted and absence of it. That's just the way that it works. So if you have a desire for something and you're contradicting it by your awareness of what is, by your awareness of what has not come about yet, then you slow the process way, way down. And this is the part that we really want you to hear. We haven't talked about this with this clarity and these words before, because your desire is being answered by law of attraction over here where your desire lives. We've been calling this your vibrational reality. We even gave it the name the vortex, so that you would come to accept it as a real part of who you are that is in a constant state of evolution. So when your life in your physical form causes you to expand, and that's really one of the primary joyous reasons of being here in this physical body, as you expand into this more, then you've got to find a way of keeping up with it. And if you don't, you feel the split energy. So today we'll be talking quite a bit about that split energy, about how to manage your own vibration. Vibration, vibration, vibration. It must seem annoying to you to hear the word vibration, vibration, vibration over and over and over and over and over and over again. Esther was sitting at the airport in San Diego the other day, she'd moved over there and she'd moved over there. She got there an hour before boarding, so she had quite a bit of roaming around time. And so she sat over here for a while, and then she got the impulse to sit over there for a while, and then she got the impulse to sit over there for a while, and then she got the impulse to sit over there for a while. And so she sat down, and almost as soon as she sat down, there was a man sitting next to her who had his cell phone up to his ear, no earplugs, but just quietly listening to something coming out of the end of his phone. And Esther heard the word vibration, and she thought, oh, I know that word. And then she recognized Abraham's voice. And so she tapped him on the shoulder. She tapped him on the shoulder and she said, and he said, my daughter has been wanting me to listen to this, and so I'm just now doing this. And he said, and now I'm a believer. And Esther said, don't get carried away, listen some more. It was a wonderful vibrational law of attraction moment for both of them, really. Vibration, 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 vibration. So you are so good at translating vibration, you don't know you're doing it. You see and hear and smell and taste and touch because you're deciphering or translating vibration. But when you feel emotion, that's your keenest, most subtle translation of vibration. And the reason that you have emotions is because there are two of you. And that's the thing that we really want you to understand. There are two parts of you: the non-physical in the vortex, pure positive energy, source energy part of you, who has expanded with your even most recent amendment to your desires. And then, we love you so much, there's you. There's you taking life as it comes to you. But often when life shows you that you want something, we love you so much, often you spend more time explaining to yourself and others why you need this improvement in your life, which holds you in vibrational alignment with its absence. As you justify or rationalize or defend, as you explain why you really, really need something that you do not have, you're practicing the vibration of its absence, not the vibration of its presence. And that's why sometimes your desires don't feel good to you in the way that we want them to. So we're just going to explain something to you briefly, and then off we'll go talking about whatever it is you want to talk about. So you came from source energy into this physical body, and you've been exploring and asking with vibration, sometimes with your words, but not always with your words. In fact, not even most often with your words, about improvements, because you and everyone is selfishly oriented. And by that we mean you can really only perceive through the perspective of yourself. So as you advocate for yourself by preferring this and this and this, that's what we're calling step one. The contrast causes you to ask, and you're launching these rockets of desire. And step two is that the source energy part of you and all those who are gathered there receive what you're asking for, focus upon it, and become a vibrational advocate for that, which means hold the vibrational focus upon it, and law of attraction is responding then to that which you are asking for. So in this vibrational reality, your desires are becoming. In fact, they have become so significantly that we can tell you unequivocally that you have enough in your vortex to keep you busy for 20 or 30 lifetimes in terms of manifestations unfolding. It's a wonderful thing that you've got going on here. But you've got to do the step three part. You're over here in your physical form, using your physical senses to observe your physical environment. And often you're noticing the absence of something that you want. And in doing so, you're keeping yourself apart from who you really are. And that does not feel good. And that's what negative emotion is. So we like to say it's a little bit like you've got a desire, so you put a big engine on the desire end of your track. You're a train on a track, level field. Put a desire over there, and that desire starts moving toward, the engine starts moving. Your whole train starts moving toward your desire. But then you realize that you don't have it yet, so you plunk another engine down going in the opposite direction. And then you want it more, so you put another engine going that way, and then you take score of where you are again, and you put another engine going that way. And without even realizing it, you're asking and doubting and asking and doubting and asking and not believing and asking and not believing and asking and not believing and asking of source, and then talking to your friends about where you are. And in your taking score, you keep contradicting your own desires. And that's what that tension is within you that we are describing as negative emotion. So negative emotion is your indicator. It's not a bad thing. It's an indicator. It's like the gas gauge on your vehicle. You don't put a happy face sticker over it because you don't want to face the fact that your tank is empty. And we don't want you to put a smile on your face and pretend that you're happy when you're not. We don't want you to pretend that you feel good when you don't, because the universe is not responding to your hypocrisy. The universe is responding to your real vibration, which is evidenced by your real feeling. So when you behave yourself, that doesn't count. When you perform the way others expect you to perform, even though you don't feel good in your solar plexus, it does not improve your point of attraction. You really got to get happy. You really got to find a way. You must find a way to be a vibrational match to what you're wanting. So ghosts. Okay. Everyone who has been physical and reemerged into non-physical, we said this earlier, still very interested in what you're about. All of us are very interested in what you're about. So while you are out here in your manifested moment, we are focused upon you too. Children especially, because they are not all bogged down with beliefs that keep them from seeing. They often are translating that energy visually, and that's what they're seeing. Someone on the cruise recently said that she had bumped her head, and after she bumped her head, she could see things that she had not been able to see before. She said, for example, who's that standing next to Esther? And we said, it's Jerry. He comes every time. He comes every time. Others come. In other words, anybody who sees energy has undoubtedly seen more energy on this stage than just what is around Esther. Non-physical is really, really interested. We're asking Esther not to shout because our enthusiasm is very high on this comment. This leading edge where you all are is where it's all happening. This is so interesting. There is so much enthusiasm. People are watching their children and their grandchildren and their great-grandchildren and their great-great-grandchildren and their great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandchildren. And scientists are watching the new ones, and songwriters are watching the new ones. In other words, there's all kinds of things that non-physical is keenly, poignantly interested in. that they are focused upon you all doing. There's clusters of energy around you all the time. You see,
Okay.
that's what they're seeing.
Okay.